Hey guys, welcome to Manifesting Better. I'm back with another video and another topic that needs to be addressed. I also have an Instagram account, the link for that is in the description box below. Coaching is also available, the link for that too is in the description box below. So, in this video, I will be covering the topic how to make yourself feel loved. Now, I have made a similar video before where I covered the topic of how to make yourself feel worthy. I will post it down in the description below because this video will complement that video. Of course, you can watch this one as a separate video too, and you can watch this first. But I would highly recommend watching that one too, because a combination of that video and this video will do wonders for you. This is a common theme on my Instagram, and a lot of people post about this, where we talk about giving yourself the feelings that you want the manifestation to provide you. So first I will explain the logic behind it. Then I will tell you the three ways, honestly the three levels. So there are different levels depending on where you are at your journey and what you can do to actually make yourself feel loved. When we talk about manifesting anything, it can be a person, it can be money, it can be a job, it can be a particular experience. First thing that we should be doing is we should be identifying why we want that thing in the first place. What is the reason and what is the thing that is driving us? What is the emotion that we are looking for to receive that thing? So for example, I'm manifesting a specific person. The probability is that I'm manifesting a specific person which is driven by me wanting to feel loved when I'm near that person, because I have thought that this person can provide me XYZ feelings. This is just an example. Of course, it differs from person to person and situation to situation. But this is how we have to first identify why is it that we want what we want. And this does not mean that it's wrong to want what we want. It just means that once we are able to provide ourselves the feeling of what we want, we are able to actually come from a place of fulfillment. And that is probably the first step to living in the end too, that we are able to provide ourselves the feeling that we are looking for from our manifestation. And when we are able to provide ourselves that feeling, we are able to manifest that in our world too, because the physical world is a reflection of me. And if things are reflecting me and I'm coming from a state of not having that feeling and I'm looking for this thing to fulfill that for me, of course I will manifest more not having it. But once I am able to provide that feeling to myself in a great and deeper degree, I am able to get that in my life in a fulfilled way. So the first step is, of course, identifying what feeling is that we want and why do we want it, right? So identifying that is the first step. Now, after you identify it, it's about let's get to the point of how to make yourself feel loved. It's also about identifying what is it that we mean by feeling loved. Like, what is our definition of feeling loved? For some people, because love is a very vast topic and a very huge subject. A lot of people describe warmth as love. A lot of people describe support as love. A lot of people have a combination of a few things. So let's say, for example, for me, it's warmth, support, and respect. These things comprise of love for me. Similarly, for some other person, it can be feeling chosen, feeling prioritized. These things combine and comprise of what I call love. So understanding what you call love is also very important, because the more clarity we have over something, the better it is for us to guide ourselves into that feeling. After I am done with these steps, so first I have identified why I want my manifestation, and when I say that I want this feeling, so let's say the answer comes out to be love. So identifying what does it mean for me to feel loved is also very important. After I am done identifying these things, now come the three levels through which I can get into that feeling of feeling loved. The first level is by getting our actions in alignment. So when we get into this manifestation journey, in 99% of the cases, we are actually taking actions opposite to what we want. So for example, we are affirming that we are in a loving and committed relationship, but in the physical world, we are chasing. For example, we are affirming that we are chosen, but we are actually not choosing ourselves. We are doing things that are not in alignment to who we say we want to be. So that's the first step, because the basics are off chart. We are saying that we want something and our actions are totally opposite to it. So the first step, this is the beginner step, is to get your actions in alignment and in accordance to what you want and what you say you want. So if I say that I am feeling loved, some actions that get me into alignment of feeling loved are maybe being disciplined, maybe choosing myself in this current moment, maybe not stalking, maybe not chasing, maybe having strict boundaries, maybe asking for what I want for myself, maybe doing things that in this moment I don't want to do but I know are good for me. Let's say having appropriate amount of water every day. Let's say sleeping on time. Maybe in that moment I don't want to sleep on time, but I know that doing that will be very helpful for me. I know that doing that will eventually lead me into the place that I want to be. Maybe not stalking. Maybe in this moment I want to stalk because it will fulfill something in me and it will make me feel connected with that person. But in the long term, I know that it has negative effects on my manifestation. It has opposite effects. So doing things in that moment that I know I shouldn't be doing is not helpful. And stopping that is the first step to getting into the feeling of feeling loved. Now, after we are done with this step, and you first have to be done with this step to get into the second phase, it's about the second step, the second level is doing activities that make you feel the feeling that you want. So after my actions are in alignment to my mindset, then it's about identifying what are the things other than my manifestation that can provide me the feeling of feeling loved, which are easy for me and accessible to me right now. So for example, I am looking for warmth. Maybe playing with my pet gives me the feeling of warmth. Maybe meeting a friend gives me the feeling of warmth. Maybe watching a movie makes me feel warmth. Maybe taking a hot shower makes me feel warmth. Let's say I need support. Maybe talking to one of my friends who is a very good listener gives me that support. Maybe talking to my family gives me that support. Maybe taking sessions like a coaching session from a manifestation coach or a therapy session gives me that support. That is the second way, by doing activities. And it's better that you list out these activities, because a lot of times some activities will work in certain situations and some won't in certain situations. And a lot of times it will be a combination of these two activities that will work and that will get you into a better place. So doing these things is the second step that takes you into a feeling of saying that, okay, I can get these feelings, and not just from my manifestation, but from other situations and other sources too. So in the first level, what we did is that instead of pushing ourselves in the opposite direction, we first put our actions and our mindset in alignment. Then in the second step, what we did is we found out activities and we found out things that can aid us to reach to a place where we can feel that feeling without that manifestation being there. And the third step is generating feelings. Now, this can be a little bit extra for some people. This can be slightly complicated for some people. So if you find it complicated, don't worry. It was a complicated thing for me for a long time too. And I also used to wonder of how can I do that when I first got into this activity. But generating feelings is a very, I would say, advanced level of allowing yourself to feel some feelings which is not dependent on the outside world at all. This is the thing that we are actually trying to accomplish through affirmations, through visual scenes. But you can simply just sit down and meditate those feelings in your body too. So let me tell you the way to go about it. Let's say you are doing it through general meditation, how I do it. So it's about sitting down, closing your eyes, taking a few deep breaths, basically allowing your body to feel a little bit at ease. And then breathing in, breathing out. Remembering one event that made you feel the way that you want to feel and allowing those feelings to run into my body. As I'm recording this video, I can actually feel sensations of love in my body from one event that I'm remembering as I'm talking right now. And from there, you will realize that, okay, I can actually feel that feeling without any external support at all, because I am generating that feeling from within, from my past experiences. Just like you generate things from your past experiences all the time. You're already a master at this, because the old story, you always remember it and you feel a particular way. The fears, the anxiety that comes in, a lot of times it's because you are remembering a past event and it is coming up in your mind right now. And that is coming into your body. You can do this with affirmations too. So maybe I'm saying I'm chosen. So when I am affirming I'm chosen, but I'm also thinking about what would it mean for me to be chosen? How would it feel? And I'm letting that feeling in my body. I do the same with visual scenes. If you are not able to feel those feelings instantly with your affirmations, that doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong. I am just telling you the way through which I go forward and how I have seen it to be beneficial. Of course, you make your own rules, so you don't necessarily have to feel those feelings. But this is a very holistic and a calmer way, a calmer approach to get into a state of having those feelings. And we also want that these feelings are very fulfilling and they stay with us for a long time. Because I personally don't like affirming again and again and again and again to feel those feelings. So once I'm able to generate those feelings in my body, it stays with me and it is something sustainable. These are the 3 levels through which you can actually allow yourself to feel loved. Now I know to a certain degree I expanded a little bit and said that the last level can be difficult. Not always. Sometimes it can be the easiest thing for you to do. So, and even if it is difficult for you at the start, once you get your actions in alignment, which can be instant, like you can tomorrow start to say that no more chasing, and you stop doing that, and then you find out some activities and you try that, you can get into this state very quickly. So understand that it's in your control. Eventually your feeling state is in your control too, and get into that state as much as you can, because it's your choice and you deserve to feel loved regardless of any external circumstance being there. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you guys in the next one. Click the like button if you liked the video. Subscribe and turn the notifications on for more such content. Comment down your video suggestions and I will see you guys in the next one.